Are you reading it a second time?
What do you mean?
You just finished it 5 minutes ago.
Oh, I missed some of the scores. You got it?
Well, we certainly wouldn't want that. Who won?
What?
You're reading the scores. Who won?
Oh, those are the right teams for a change.
Isn't that nice?
How's the society section?
About the same.
Good.
Yeah, isn't it?
It was so quiet down here, I thought no one was down here.
Cinnamon rolls in the oven.
Great. Anything happened last night that I should know about? I mean, in the newspaper?
Not really.
Rick?
Williams was traded for a couple of draft choices.
Look at him. So you guys are fighting again, huh?
Fighting is noisy. We're being very quiet.
Oh, yeah. You're not looking at each other, not talking to each other. That's real nice. You guys shouldn't even be in the same room together.
I don't remember anybody asking for your opinion.
You know something? I'm not going to wait for you to.
Blackie.
No, I'm sorry. I can't take this anymore, all right? I can't believe you guys are nuts. This whole family's starting to fall apart, and you're acting like strangers.
Yes, Dr. Mason, I was just checking on the time of my appointment. 10:30, yes. Yes, that's fine. No, I'll be there. Goodbye.
Holly?
Oh, you startled me. I thought you were still getting dressed.
That was Dr. Mason.
You were listening.
That isn't the point. You were right.
Connie?
Relax. I'm safe. Just had to go to the bathroom.
I thought you deserted me.
People go to the bathroom all the time.
What are you doing?
Crawling back under the covers. Now, I don't have anything to do today. And I know that you don't either. So why don't we sleep it?
It's great. I've had enough sleep.
Ah, I'm not talking about sleep.
Yeah, okay, look, I have an appointment. At the hospital. At the hospital. I have to go.
Now?
Yeah, I don't want to be late.
Great. Wake me when you get back.
Well, it could take a while.
I'll wait.
No, I don't think you understand. I mean, when I say it's going to take probably all day. Why don't you go on home?
You know, that's a real interesting switch, considering that you haven't taken your eyes off of me for 2 days.
Well, that's because, it's been 2 days?
Yeah.
That's because I was afraid Brennick's friends might try to do to you what he did.
Lightning does not strike in the same place twice, you know.
Which is why I'm giving you your freedom.
All right. That's what you want.
If you need me, you know where to find me.
Yep.
I'm sorry, but this is my business.
Listen, just because you're a member of this family does not mean that you can interfere in a problem between Rick and me.
Well, what happens when it affects the whole family?
Blackie, if there are problems in this family, Leslie and I can handle those ourselves.
How?
Any way we see fit.
Oh, you mean like this morning? This is real nice. Avoiding each other, avoiding the real problem here.
Listen, Cal, you're on real thin ice here. This is none of your business, and I don't want to have to tell you again.
Damn it, this is my business. And you guys are my family, and I love you. Now, there was a time a while back where I could turn my back on this whole thing, but not now. You guys have been through a lot for me, and I'm going to be right here for you guys right now.
Even if we don't want you to.
Well, Les, I don't believe that's true at all.
Well, all right. Let's suppose that this is a problem which is beyond your ability to fix, or ours, or anybody's.
And we keep trying. We keep fighting harder.
Blackie, we are not asking for anything. Clear?
Because you're too stubborn. And you won't give an inch. Now, listen, if anyone knows about stubbornness, it's me.
Gee, I hadn't noticed.
All right. Please, you guys, just listen to me. Okay, if what I'm saying is not cool, you can kick me out of here. Do whatever you want to me, but please just listen.
All right, of course, we'll listen.
All right. Now, I think we all agree here that there's a problem, right?
The severity of the problem, I think, is where we part ways.
All right, yeah. See, the problem is what's happening is everything is falling apart. You know, everybody's falling apart away from each other when we should be pulling together at a time like this.
Blackie, this has not been an exceptionally easy time.
Well, I know that. I know there's a lot of stress going on here. But that doesn't mean we should stop liking each other.
No, it doesn't.
Have we?
El Kid may have a point.
A point. I have a damn good point.
Watch your language. Yes, you do have a good point. I think you're 100% right, and I think it is the anxiety and the tension and the fear that has made us act this way.
Yeah, and stress, too. You know what? I was reading this book on stress, and they were saying that if you get too much into it, it can be dangerous.
Well, what do we do?
I think that's up to you guys.
I think the first thing we have to do is apologize. Leslie, I'm sorry.
Me too.
All right. From now on, we stick together, right?
You better believe it. We stick together as a family.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if we do that, everything's got to be all right, huh?
Now, that's the spirit. Now, this is a family thing I know and love.
He's so weird. He's such a weird kid. Oh, my gosh. I have to go to work. Are we taking the same car?
Leslie, I would love to, but there are a couple of things I got to take care of here, and I thought I'd check into the hospital a little later.
No, it's okay with me if it's okay with the hospital.
Oh, I already checked. Got a light day today.
Gosh, I wish I could say the same thing, guys. I gotta go. I'll see you around.
Bye.
Blackie,
Yeah.
thank you.
Just doing my part.
Ship off the old block.
Yeah, whoever that was.
I meant you.
Checkup. That could mean almost anything.
All right, I should have said a routine checkup.
There's nothing wrong there.
As far as I know, nothing. But it's been a while since I saw Dr. Mason, and you have to be careful after a miscarriage.
Look, I've been wanting to talk about this for some time. The opportunity never sort of seemed to be there, but maybe this is it.
I don't know what you're talking about until you tell me.
Well, it's a rather sensitive subject.
If you like, I could leave the room.
Oh, come on. Give me a break. I'm trying to be serious here.
Sorry. Sorry.
You know I love you very much.
Yes.
And I think you love me, too.
There's no question about it.
That's why I want to talk about this now. I want to move on to the next step. I want to be a real family with you.
A child?
Yes. Look, I know you've been through a rough time, but would you at least consider it?
Of course I would. Like you, I've been thinking about it, and I really would like to have a family. I'm just not sure I'm quite ready for it right now.
Sure. I understand.
Still, I would like to tell you why.
Okay.
It's not anything to do with you or us together. It's just me. Before I bring another life into this world, I'd just like to make sure that mine is completely straightened out.
Oh, I can understand that.
We have a good marriage, and it's going to get even better. And a child is inevitable. You just have to be patient with me.
As long as I know there's going to be a future, you can take as much time as you want with the present.
Thank you.
You know, I was thinking, if it was a boy, I think we should call it Mortimer.
She will be called Samantha.
Sam.
Samantha.
Okay, pass. Let's bury that argument until the day of the blessed event.
Agreed.
Look, I've got to go down to the hospital. Can I, drive you?
On one condition, that you promise to have lunch with me.
It's not a condition, it's a pleasure.
Mortimer, huh?
Mortimer and Sam.
Samantha.
Come on, let's go. Mort and Sam.
Do you really think all that makeup is necessary?
I feel naked without it.
I think you look great with no paint.
Well, after years of this ritual, I'm afraid to try it.
Well, look, how long is this going to take? I have to split.
Go ahead, I'll lock this place up.
You don't understand. I don't mean that I'm going to leave. I mean, I have a lot of things I have to do around here.
And I'd really be that much in the way.
Well, not in the way, but certainly a distraction.
Look, why don't we knock off the charade, okay?
What are you talking about?
Now who's acting dumb? You're trying to get rid of me. Why?
I'm not trying to get rid of you.
Aren't you? Look, you've been following me around all morning. You have been monitoring my every single move. I'm a spy, remember? You're as suspicious as hell about me.
I wouldn't call it suspicious.
Okay, all right. What would you call it? Honey, look, you saved my life. But you're starting to act as if I engineered the whole thing.
I never thought of that.
Knock it off. I have never been that desperate in my entire life.
Look, Connie, I'm sorry. I'm taking you with a grain of salt these days, you know. But you have to know that I do that because of our beginnings.
Oh, come on. A couple of white lies does not make me
A couple of white lies? You lied about your name and about your occupation? I don't call those white...
All right. In the meantime, I'll stick around.
Do that, but not right now, okay?
You really are throwing me out.
Maybe I am. And don't ask me why.
All right, I won't. No, I won't. See you later.
Ciao. Amy, this is Luke. Right, yeah. Okay, thanks. Great. Look, Amy, look. Listen, can you get a hold of Natalie? Tell her I'm on my way.
Okay, and Luke, you've got my vote. Right, bye-bye.
Security officer.
Oh, wait, Natalie, this is for you. Luke just called me, said he's on his way. Thank you. You're welcome.
Orderly to the
Right on time. Hello, Doctor. You know Robert. Yes, how are you, Commissioner?
Well, I'm fine.
Well, let's hope your wife is, too.
You will be thorough.
Ah, you can count on it.
Listen, after you've finished, I'll make some reservations at the Ritz.
Okay, fine.
Doctor, leave no stone unturned.
Yes, Commissioner.
Dr. Frank Richard, call X-ray staff. Dr.
Anything that I can help you with, Commissioner?
Yes, actually, I'm here to visit Dr. Gerald, but I'd like to talk to Leslie first.
Okay, I could call. Never mind, she's right there.
Why don't I just talk to her now? Leslie,
Hello, Robert.
would you have a second?
For business, of course. For pleasure, one can only hope.
It's about your star patient, Dr. Gerald.
Business.
Yeah. Before I pay him a visit, I'd like to know exactly how he's doing.
He's doing fine. He's doing terrifically. In fact, he spent most of yesterday telling me he should go home. I, however, felt it was better if he stayed a little longer.
Uh-huh. You had some reason, I guess, to keep him here.
I'll say. Workaholic that man is. I figure any early release will only guarantee an immediate relapse and the necessity for readmitting him to the hospital.
His condition is that fragile.
No. It's a precautionary measure. Robert, what's wrong? Why do you seem so worried?
I'm just, worried about his health. I mean, how much longer do you think you want to keep him for?
Well, I want to keep him another day at least. I'd love to keep him 2 days, but that I think I'll leave up to him.
Gerald doesn't seem the type to want to sit around a hospital.
No, he's not. But if he's the type who can't stay out of one because he overworks himself and pushes himself, then I figure it's my job to make sure that he is fully ready, overly ready for release before I release him.
And that would be which floor?
7, room 712. The nurse up there will...
Right. You get up there, and then they direct you exactly where to go, right?
Oh, you're getting so good at this.
Yeah, well, at least when I check in here, I'm going to know my way around.
Helps to be prepared.
Doesn't it?
Good luck.
Thank you.
It's that righteous attitude of his that I'm talking about, Tiff. Not 2 minutes ago, you just said that you agreed with Robert about Henry. I do. He was right. But does that give him any right to just rub it around in my face?
Look, why don't you just get off this? Why don't you just put it out of your mind? I mean, you just got back into Port Charles and you have your own life, so why don't you just get on with it?
I am trying.
Oh, you're trying? You sound to me like you're being very childish.
So what? I mean, I really don't care. Because, it just makes me so mad. You give someone a uniform, a nice little title, a cute little position, and they think they own this world.
Well, it sounds like you have a very bad problem with an authority figure there.
No, people with badges, that's all.
You sound just like a dog I had. I had this dog who... A dog. Every time he'd come out and he hated anybody with a badge or a uniform, he'd go absolutely bonkers. We had to send the dog up to Wyoming to some farm, poor thing, because he bit the mailman 3 different times.
And that's it. That's exactly what I've got to do.
Oh, that's wonderful. Biting? You're going to get sued. You know that you are a reporter. You got to think about that.
No, Tiff, I'm speaking figuratively. I mean, really think about it. What good is it doing me sitting here complaining about Robert?
You're right, exactly right. And I'm telling you, revenge is a very nasty business, Jackie, and it never accomplishes anything, so just forget it.
No, but it sure makes me feel a whole lot better.
Oh, it makes you feel rotten and you know it.
Yeah. I've just got to figure out what to do. I just have to figure out what to do.
What you have to do is just forget it. Go about your own business, live your own life, and forget about him. That's the last thing I'm going to tell you, and I'll get the door.
Think about it. Promise.
Hi, kid. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Well,
Hi.
I've seen better days, let me tell you.
No, things are looking up. Definitely looking up. How you doing?
All right.
You're going to get in a lot of trouble for this.
Tiff, it'll be no trouble at all. Excuse me? I have a story to write. No trouble. No trouble at all.
Well, what brings you by today?
I don't know. I just came by to say hi, I guess.
It's a nice try.
What are you talking about?
Well, Blackie, it's very hard for you to pretend to be happy. I mean, it's a tough job to do that,
No kidding.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, do you remember the time when everybody was friends and nobody had any problems and everybody got along with everybody else?
Yeah, it wasn't so long ago, was it?
No, it wasn't. They do say that everything comes back in circles, that you always end up the same place that you started.
Oh, it's not a bad place to end up.
If it were only possible.
See, if I got this feeling, feeling something real bad is going to happen.
What do you mean?
It's Rick.
What's wrong with Rick?
I think he's going to die.
Hospital is like any institution. They have their rules, regulations, set ways of doing things. If you can adapt to that, you're all right.
Well, I'm glad to see you up and around.
Oh, they let me roam the halls now. I've actually made some friends among the other patients. No, a hospital isn't a good place. But if you come with the right attitude, it's at least tolerable.
So long as you don't get too used to it.
Their room rates guarantee that. Well, suppose we get to the point of this conversation, Robert. I suppose you've come here to find out when I'm going back to work.
A lot of people are wondering that.
I'm afraid you're talking to the wrong person, Commissioner. My release, that's up to the doctors.
Now, there's a coincidence. You see, I just spoke to one. Leslie Weber. She tells me that you can leave when you're well enough.
Well, unfortunately, at this point, I don't feel well enough.
You look all right.
How I look and how I feel are two different things.
I see. Professor, I'm going to be quite blunt about this. Your stay in this hospital wouldn't have anything to do with a spot of emotional blackmail now, would it?
Blackmail?
You refused to finish the project until the authorities make public the loss of the first disc.
Interesting theory, but to be truthful, it hadn't occurred to me.
I want to show you something here. This is a list of the dignitaries who'll be attending the expo. Can you imagine how embarrassing it will be to the American public if there is nothing to show?
And have you considered what would happen if that first disc explodes during or before the exposition?
I think about it day and night.
And perhaps you'd better explain to me why you insist in keeping that lost disc a secret.
Look, we've been through this, backwards and frontwards. You know the reasons.
I know. The fear of widespread panic. Well, let me tell you something, Commissioner. That should be your last worry. You see, I did some research. There are exactly 44 ambulances and 900 hospital beds here in Port Charles. I suppose that's an adequate number for a community of this size?
More than enough.
You're dealing with normal circumstances, but you're not dealing with normal circumstances. You're facing a cataclysm.
What exactly are you saying?
I'm saying that you need 5,000 more hospital beds. Because when that first disc explodes, and believe me, it's going to, you're going to need all the hospital beds you can get.
These two sure have been through a lot.
Yeah, they're holding up pretty well.
The soles are holding up, too, look.
Yeah, and look, I had them polished.
Yes, I see you have. Good for you. Okay, let's roll up that pant leg.
Wow, you're sure all business today.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were in a breeze-shooting mood.
Natalie, when have you known me when I wasn't in the mood to shoot the old breeze?
So how is this knee?
Well, it's okay. A little sore, not bad.
Yeah, it's swollen, too. How did that happen? Were you chasing after that Hendrick guy?
Yeah.
What did he want from Connie?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he wanted her bod.
Well, I hardly think he need have stooped to kidnapping to get it.
Ooh. Ouch. I take it you're not that fond of Miss Townley.
No, I really don't have an opinion either way. It's just... I don't think you've really been the same since she came into your life.
Since she came into my life? Sounds like a Stevie Wonder lyric.
You are involved, aren't you?
Involved? She works for me. We sleep together occasionally.
Look, I'm serious. You just don't open up the way you used to. And recently, it seems to me, too, that you become just about suspicious of everybody.
Well, maybe that's because I am.
Well, unless you're paranoid, I don't see why.
You don't, given the circumstance?
What circumstances?
What circumstances? My casino raided under the guise of a drug bust, which it was only a cover for. My apartment being ransacked, my office being ransacked, my head being hit from behind, my best dealer attacked, kidnapped, almost killed. I'd say I'd have to be a real dipstick not to be cautious, wouldn't you?
Well, maybe there is something going on. That doesn't have anything to do with me. Luke.
Oh, Natalie, of course not. It's just that Well, there's the scent of danger in the jungle, and like all the other animals, I got my nose to the wind, you know.
Well, I wish you'd let me help you.
You do. You do. You give me great massage, and you're my friend.
And I'll always be that. Okay, let's get those shoes back on.
Okay.
Hey,
What's the matter?
Wait. You've got a nasty cut here. You know what? I bet it's one of those clodhoppers. I bet it is. I bet it's...
It's cool.
Wait.
It's like a Band-Aid.
I'm right. There's a nail sticking out through the sole. Yeah. I'll just take it over the ortho department.
No, wait.
What?
General Hospital will continue in a moment.